Alright, we got DGF NY Drill 2024 rappers tier list maker. Shout out Flacco, he made this. So we got top of the list is MVP candidates, or like the MVP of New York Drill for 2024. And we're gonna be ranking all these drill rappers from this year. There's gonna be a lot of drill rappers missing because they either aren't here no more, no freedom, don't got their life, shit like that. And these are all the relevant drill rappers to me. This is who I listen to, who I react to. And then we got also bottom of the tier, banned from the studio. I can only see one guy on this list that we might have to ban. Some people have him as an MVP candidate, but at this point he should be banned from the studio. All right, so I guess let's start from the bottom up. Didi Osama in the big 2024. Not gonna lie, it's either D or banned from the stew. His I ain't gonna say his potential, but his peak has passed. Has been passed for a while now. I don't know how people still listen to him. You can see his views went down a little bit, but even then, he's still getting 1 million per video. But someone like D Dot in 2024 elevated. They sound so much. Fucking, he performed at fucking Dirk's Chicago show right before Dirk got arrested. Was fucking making moves. Linked up with star bands from Chicago. I don't know if they're a couple. They say they're not. I don't know if they keep it under wraps. Doesn't matter to me. Because they fucking two fucking 16-year-olds and fucking, I don't know. But as far as music goes, we're just going to rank D-Dot right now. In 2024, I don't know if we got writers. I don't care if we got writers, but that album he put out was fire. I think gonna be. I might review it later, like at the end, to figure out where he's actually at. He's either top of B or end of A. Just because like the drill music still don't hit, and the title of this shit is New York Drill, so he can make great music. He could branch out and do other stuff. Made a good album that wasn't drill related or drill sounding. But if we're going off what he dropped this year, he was an A tier artist. Bottom A tier, top of B tier. Is this Wadi? I think this is Wadi. I wouldn't say Bam, but D. Facts for D Osama. This is Wadi. I've heard some good stuff from Wadi. I've heard some bad stuff. I heard some cool features, but nothing too crazy to like blow me away. I see why people fuck with his music. It's different in style. Him and M.59 sound very similar with flows. I know they don't fuck with each other now, but they got nothing to do with their music from all of 2024. And then we got Winter. We got one drop from Winter this year. Good job. Exactly what I expected. But that song she dropped was fire. So she's 1 for 1, I guess. But I mean, if we rating her year, she got to be like C tier. Like, it was a good ass song, but she dropped literally 1 time this year. That's fucking crazy, bro. Like, I don't understand. Like, I be joking about like the yearly drop, but she dead ass dropped 1 song this year. Maybe she dropped first half and I forget it. Maybe it was like January, February. I don't remember. But this I think it was What You Wanted, like the one mic freestyle. That was crazy, bro. I dropped in like July or August, bro. Now I enjoy the song. It was added to the playlist. I be listening to that shit. But like, the only reason like she isn't higher is because she just doesn't have the material to drop more. The consistency. Shawnee BBL. Okay, we gotta rate music itself. Again, just like Winter, she barely dropped. She rarely dropped this year, and I feel like she took a step back as a drill rapper. Like, she barely dropped any type of content. So I guess I put her in C tier as well, cause she has some tough verses. And like, I feel like D tier and Banned from the Studio. Banned from the Studio is like, you dropped maybe a couple times or you dropped hella trash shit. I feel like Didi Osama put out like some cool tracks that I could listen to, but he also put out unlistenable tracks. I don't think Shawnee got no unlistenable tracks. Ruby, damn, we bringing all the females at once. Should I'm with it? We'll just leave them up there, I guess. Ruby. Okay, I think Ruby has taken a step forward. She released an album, so that's saying way more than fucking Shawnee and Winter for sure. And I feel like she stepped up the quality of her videos and the quality sound. Her flow changed. She doesn't sound like Flash M Dub, the female version of him. The only thing is, I just don't know if the views are real, and that's like, that shouldn't hurt you as an artist, but because of music, but like that's something that just follows you for your career. If you're faking views, that's crazy, bro. But I think B tier is perfect for her. I feel like she just lacks that like hit song or like that song that everybody could fuck with, just in her career in general. And I feel like that's gonna come a long way, and come along at some time this year. I feel like she's gonna have that breakout single. Any B. Judging off the music, she got good flows, good features from Yavi. But the voice is the only thing that fucks it up. No, she's not banned. She's not banned. I don't even want to hate like this. She's better than Dido Sama. I swear I'd rather listen to any than Dido Sama. Y'all need to stop saying banned. Because as long as she's dropping music videos, then I can at least fucking watch the music video instead of listen to the song. Real shit. Maya. Again, we're talking about music. We're not talking about how many blocks she fucked with in a year, how she was fucking with the ops, and then never mind. We're getting too into detail. We're worried about the music only. The music only. And I feel like this was a weak year for Maya. I feel like her image took a step back. She went from J.Geek to Use, and image has something to do with your drill rap career. And I feel like she hasn't dropped no good songs. Like, she was hella inconsistent, and the shit that she did drop, it wasn't good at all. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I tried to listen to it, she tried to switch it up, it was not good. Murder B. Okay. She dropped only a couple times. She had a kid, she was pregnant, whatever. She dropped a couple vids while she was pregnant. It's fine. But she did her like little New York run, came back to New York for a couple weeks, and dropped like 4 or 5 back-to-back tracks. Maybe I'm stretching it. Maybe it was like 3 or 4. But in general, were they good? She raps better than a lot of people. And I'll put her couple tracks above Winter, but below Ruby. Just because she didn't drop as much as Ruby, and I don't know. I just feel like her image is like all the way fucked up. It's cooked for her. She literally got banned. Yo. Okay, C Blue. Hot take. I think this was one of C Blue's best years. Notice I say one. I think 2021 and then 2024. He had a lot of good features with the Troopers, with Gotti Blue, with this, with that. He did his best this year. It's unfortunately in his life he went from moving out to Texas and chasing like a career in YouTube or content creation, and then he moved back to the hood and started sipping lean and popping perks again. So he kind of went back in that regard. But if we're talking about music, and his career itself, I think he was up there. He had a couple good verses that I could actually listen to. Did I add them to the playlist? I couldn't, but I would listen to C Blue's couple verses, couple good songs over Ruby G's. Okay, this is the Baby B's, and we grouped them all together. It's fine, but I definitely think Dottie had that song with Duty Low that talking about you jacked it. I think that verse alone might get them all the way to B tier, bro. That should have been on repeat. But as a whole, they're bottom of B tier. There's a lot of trash Sugar Hill rappers that you don't see on this list because they didn't make an impact. But Baby B has stepped onto the stage and just have been doing their thing for the past couple months. Shout out Bloody. His new lineup is doing his thing. Ndot's voice has gotten deeper, and I feel like his music and wordplay has gotten more mature. Just everything about his drill rap has matured. He got signed like what, 2.5 years ago. Made the most of his situation. He had a viral song, talking crazy, dissing Naughty around the time that he passed away, and took advantage of that shit. Got paid off of it. But I feel like he was inconsistent. Every time you seen Ndot drop, you're like, damn, he dropped? When was the last time I heard an Ndot song? That's just how it felt. Maybe I'm being generous. Because I ain't no Ndot song to the playlist. If I'm being honest. Block Work. Okay. Block Work's high is is up there. Like Black was a type of artist. If he's dropped the Batman voice, he should be bottom of eights here, max. And at the worst, he damn near banned from the studio. Like, I'm not gonna lie, that Batman voice is literally unlistenable at times. Like, I don't understand why why he does it. I don't understand, but you mix the good with the bad, you get C tier. Rather listen to a couple Blockwork songs over a lot of these artists. Whole catalog. You got A-Dot. A-Dot's one of my favorite, and he only dropped a couple songs. He's only been out for a couple months. He's had a couple of features where I think he didn't need a feature, but he has a lot of potential for 2025. But ranking is 2024. That Scene song and what was the first song by himself? I already forget. It's only been a couple months, but he definitely deserved. I'll give him top of B tier because those songs for me on repeat. M.59. For his 2024, I've seen everybody fucking dick suck him for his fucking snippets. Oh my god, these snippets are so hard. I don't understand the flow. I'm not a big fan of it, but I've heard some good songs where it wasn't that flow, that M.59 flow that everybody knows and a lot of people love. But I'll put him back a B. There's a couple songs I could listen to from him. The Amateur playlist, not really. Okay, LA, and we'll put Ewu up here too. We'll rank him next. LA, it's just I fuck with the Yavi features, but I feel like LA and Ewu haven't been able to separate themselves. Like when they get them Yavi features, like obviously Yavi and Ewu had that one. I think it was a KJ shot at Who Won a performance that went viral, had like 600K or something like that. But I was really I'm really trying to see if Ewu and LA can step it up and like take that next level in their career, and they really haven't. They been hella consistent though. That's why I made sure to put them on the list at least because they've been hella consistent this year. I think they're above Blockwork. I think LA in front of Ewu barely. Okay, now we got the Swervos, and they're grouped up because in 2024 they have little to no songs where they're by themselves or like separate themselves from this group known as the Swervos. Is the Swervos going to be the troopers and sweepers of 2025? I don't know, but I think they got a lot of potential. They definitely skipped the line with that Beckham song for a lot of drill rappers that I had no idea who they were, and then Beckham, they skipped the line, and now they're like kind of known, at least known to me. I think they're in front of Baby V's. I think I'd rather listen to Swervos over C Blue. Okay, Siggy. It was a down year for Siggy, numbers wise, even consistency wise. He just lacked that song that just like hit. Like you listen to it, oh, this is the one. This flow right here, this delivery is the one. Before 2024, he had them songs multiple times. I could listen to the song. Oh yeah, this is Siggy. This is normal Siggy. I don't know what happened, but I'm not gonna say he lost his sound, but it just lacked his sound this year. But still C tier. And you see, I'm not giving MVP. There should only be like 3 MVPs at most, maybe, and then everybody else that's like runners up. Hey, not runners up because there can be 3 MVPs, but you know, 3 people in MVP conversation. All right, 150 bump. I feel like I don't remember how much he dropped. He didn't drop barely nothing by himself. But a lot of features and a lot of quality features at that. I think just bottom of B is fine. Because I just wish he took that next step in his career. And like taking his drill rap career serious, if that makes sense. Dropping more visuals by yourself. I think he had a couple visuals by himself. I'm not trying to look it up right now, but just in general, just be more serious about it. Like, we'll do all equivalent. All the like Wiz right here. Wiz had a couple good features that weren't on Dark Jersey drill beats. Didn't sound like the Sweepers. I know he was doing the flow before the Sweepers, but I'm just saying he really separated himself, and I really enjoyed those verses from him. So I'll put him right there. And then where's Wiki? I ain't gonna lie, bro. Wiki damn near A, bro. He had like 3 good songs that I had on repeat that just dropped like maybe 2-3 months ago. Like all of them dropped only a couple months ago. So like the end of the year, Loki like saved it for him. Um, but I'll put him top of B tier because he has 3 good songs and one of them I think had Wiz on them. And it was both talking crazy on that shit. But Wiki really came a long way. He was low key unlistenable at times. Kyle Structure, other than him going to the Ray and shooting his music video, he really like I don't know. He just lacks that like he just lacks the consistency for sure, as most artists do. Um, but he really didn't have that song that like took over. I think I'll take Kai's 2024 over Siggy's 2024. Even though Siggy dropped, I think, way more than Kai. I'll take Kai's catalog. And he had a couple features with D Thing and shit, which he didn't do too bad on at all. Really again, consistency. Just where's consistency at? Like, if you want to drop an album, I need a good rollout. I need your quality visuals. You have your own channel and he just refuses to upload on it. I don't understand. I don't know if he just needs free videos to be shot. But I've went on random ass directors and videographers in New York and they'll have a really video. I'm like, yo, what is this? You're just giving out free videos to anybody? You're giving your song to any random videographer? That's what it felt like to me. But he had the SG song that went viral, and I fuck with Relly. He got a lot of good a lot of cool songs. He had nothing viral, nothing. He had the SG song obviously, but I feel like that song in general just wasn't good to me. There's a lot of other songs that were better that he dropped in 2024, but I think C tier is just perfect for him. He just needs to be more consistent. He got exposed more times than he dropped. Okay. Youth G's. Okay, the Dead Looks 3 song is cool. He had a couple good features on the D Thing All Star songs, the D Thing lineup songs. He had standout verses. I put him in B tier. He had a couple good songs. I'm trying to see Blue for sure. Bloody? Shit. It's like a quiz or something. Okay, this is Bloody. Bloody didn't have the same year as his rookie year in 2023. It wasn't the same at all. But I listen to Bloody a lot more than all these drill rappers. Like, as much as I'm like hypocrite or like how much I'm very critical of Bloody's music because I know the talent he has, but he hasn't shown that talent in 2024 a lot. But he makes a lot of good songs, even with the beats and with the flows. He's been pushing it to the ground, using so much. But I listen to Bloody more than all these artists on here. So top of 8 for right now. E-Day. When E-Day came home, he's somebody I forget that was locked up for however long and supposed to come home and be the Gotti Blues, the Nate Bands, and all these droppers that came home and just took over drill. He came home and didn't drop shit for like 2 months and dropped one song or some shit. And then previewed another song. And I think the song was old or something. It was something with the song. But I really wish he did more. Even on the D Thing All-Star songs, he didn't show out. He didn't do anything special. And he was one of them guys that like everybody was like listening and snipping in 2021 saying E-Day could be up next, bro. He just needs his freedom. He needs to stay out. And he really lacked that. Like, I don't understand how he didn't take advantage of this opportunity that he was given. It just makes no sense. I'll take Relly's 2024 over E-Day's. Alright, Mullah. Mullah had a couple good songs. And this screenshots from one of them too. Again, he came home last year. Was quiet. And even this year, he had a couple good Shimi features. He had a couple good songs by himself. I just feel like a lot of these rappers just need to drop more projects, bro. Like more bodies of work. That really shows you like that you're really taking this drop shit serious. I think he's B. I listen to Mullah over a lot of these artists. At least the songs I did enjoy, I enjoyed a lot, so I played them a lot. Alright, Rich Glizzy. A lot of good features. He's been dropping some shit by himself. But his tracks with Nunu been going crazy, especially on a playlist. I I just wish he went the Nunu route and like actually like took his drop career a little bit more serious. Like that's gonna be the common occurrence: consistency and taking a drop career serious. What that means is like not getting a manager, but like locking in some features that you could do, or shooting more like music videos with a theme. Like I'm just comparing them to Nunu because they from the same block. They do a lot of collabs together, and that means I think he could do something like that too. Um, I'll put him right behind Use. Kenny Capone. I do. It's kind of tough because he had all this viral songs last year going back and forth with Emerald, and even leading into this year, talking crazy. But the thing is, I don't listen to Kenny music all like that. Like I could listen to it, but like a lot of it should be sounding the same. He was talking about the same scenes with Emerald. I don't know. It gets repetitive, and I feel like he could rap better than what he actually does. But I'll take his 2024 over everybody else in seats here. J. Geek. Let's be honest. He had only a couple songs dropped. He was literally just living off the Maya V controversy. W Clout. I feel like he was sad that he wasn't in SBN Diamond. He felt left out. But even then, he didn't drop anything that was like super special. But he does make quality music. I feel like he has a distinct taste. That's what I say. Yami G. I never seen the hype in Yami G. I'm not trying to sound like a hater, but he was getting all these views and people saying he was up next for the Drillies. But at least he dropped a project this year. That's what I'll say. Band is crazy. It's not that bad. I fuck with his Javi features though. I'll put him behind Blockwork and in front of Construction. That's a good spot. All right, Rush Nunu. I feel like Rich Nunu he's underrated and he needs more respect. Like this man for the past 2 years, he got indicted top of 2022. He didn't really do much for 2022, but in 2023, 2024, both years he's been on his shit, from music videos to getting collabs with these artists. Every artist he can get a collab with, he's just so business minded to get them features and lock it in. And I really enjoy that. He uses all these platforms to what's it called? To be as consistent as possible. And I feel like he's deserving of the A. He's worked his way up the ladder. He's had the controversy, unfortunately, because of the D thing shit. Like everybody was so worried about that. But he's just in it for the business. Like some people say, like you gotta stand on morals and shit, but it's kind of hard to find an artist that like would put like their pride to the side and be more worried about being a businessman. And Rich Nunu be in them rooms trying to get these collabs, and he deserves more respect than he's given. All right, Ray Bola. He did drop a project this year, and I think he's gonna drop a project. He dropped a project last year. He's gonna drop a project this year. I just wish he had more music videos. He should be way higher if he just put music videos to those songs. Like the rollout should have been a little bit better. And he had a couple. I think in general he had like 5 or 6 maybe music videos that dropped from different platforms and his platform. But I'll give him B. Whatever he dropped this year was really good, and I listened to a lot. And I'll put him in front of Use. Damn, I'll put him in front of Bump. Because what Ray dropped this year, I will listen over everybody else. For sure. Alright, Humble. Humble's one of them guys that stepped up for Brooklyn. When Brooklyn needed him most, he was right there, front lines. Damn, you know Nuno and Humble be going back and forth, but Humble definitely had them songs with replay value that I could listen to constantly. I'm not saying Nuno doesn't. Humble just had more. Shout out Humble. He's definitely deserving of the A spot. Cito. It's just because he's underrated, makes different types of music, and just people don't pay attention. They just want to hear the drill shit all the time. And I ain't gonna say I'm the biggest listener of Cito, but I really enjoy the visuals, the mindset he has, and the consistency that he's been able to have in 2024. He really hasn't had that in no other year. He's been the most consistent this year. So I'll put him. I'll put him right behind Wiki. Master Demon dropped about 4 or 5 songs at the end of the year, but they were all good tracks. I listened to them all, especially the AR collabs was really good. I'll put him right behind Nunu, just because he didn't have the full year to like actually like go off. He could have been in the MVP conversation if he was here the whole year. And him and AR are teasing the tape, so hopefully that shit lives up to the hype and Max can continue to drop. And it's crazy that he came back in 2024 when Drill was dead. Brooklyn's trying to make a comeback. One of the 4 founders of Brooklyn Drill, the old Brooklyn Drill era, Max came back to try to help grab that torch for Brooklyn. Shaji's, if I'm being honest, that Cha Cha song deserves to be, but I just have a hard time finding out what did Shaji's do this year. He's been locked up for a couple months now. But what songs has he put out? What features has he put out that's blown anybody away? Every feature he's been on with the New York with the D Thing fucking All Stars have all been terrible. And it's crazy that we're talking about Shaji's being a fucking C or D tier rapper. Now I ain't gonna ban him, but it was bad. It was really bad this year. Look at where he's at. Look at his peers that have him there. It's not 2021, 2022, even 2023. That is insane. Alright, Gotti Blue. Okay. He's been taking a lot of KG's flows. You can hear it in his music as of recently. Even when he came home, the Front of Cam freestyle went viral. I fuck with it. I can't say I listened to it, but Gotti was consistent. He came home with it with a dream or a passion and tried to capitalize off of it. Free him, he locked right back up. Unfortunately, but I think that's right there. I guess I'll just throw him in front of Bump. All right, Busy. Busy dropped. What did he drop this year? He dropped GMTO Volume 2. It really wasn't good, if I'm being honest. But he's dropped a couple songs the last couple weeks that are good. I fuck with. The same Busy from 2020. The same 2019, 2020. Busy no more. He really like consistency, but the consistency definitely picked up in the last like month or two. I don't know if that's him getting dropped from label, him leaving the label. I don't know what it is, but hopefully he just keeps up the consistency in 2025, and it could be better, I guess. He could be higher. Who's this? B Love? B Love in a big 2024. I think he dropped 1 or 2 songs that I fuck with. It's just like, where do I put him in B tier? He's high B tier, but I don't think he dropped a project this year or nothing crazy that I heard or remember. Is this fucking Your Rage? Who's this? I still don't know who this is. Fucking Say Bucks? Say Bucks is fucking crazy. Stay really took like a different turn with the Afro Drill, started hanging with Drillies and fucking making music with them. So I put him behind them, I think. He's had standout verses, so I guess put him in front of him. They're really on the same level though. Alright, Jen Carter. Man, I ain't the biggest fan of Jen at all. And this is my list, so I feel like, what has she done? Like, there's no verses songs that she's dropped that I'm like, yo, I'm blown away by this. This is crazy. I rather listen to Relly in 2024 than Jen Carter. Facts. J-Hound, Mr. Repetitive Flow. Let me repeat the flow 7 times. Did Indictment drop last year? Indictment dropped in 2023. He had a couple good songs. That wasn't as repetitive. See, nah. That wasn't that bad. You can have the same flow. It's just very repetitive, but he picks a lot of good beats. D play for keeps. It's just up and down with him. I think he was on a lot of good songs with like features and stuff. He really like changed the narrative for himself. There's a lot of people in the comments I see like, oh, D play for keeps is actually playing good or like sounding good. I put him in C. Nasty. Damn, I ain't gonna lie. He's saved by the bell, bro. If he ain't dropped them songs with Macho, it would have been banned from the studio. I swear to God. Fuck that AP song. That shit is not good. I don't know what happened. He lost his channel. Forgot how to rap. He's been forgot how to rap for the last couple of years. Assassin got locked up. I don't know if he was ghostwriting for him, but he just sounds fucking terrible, bro. This man D-Tang was passing him his stack of money so he could flex it in a music video. I forget about that. That happened this year too. WD thing, no, W Mans. You damn not, yo, bro. If there's anybody bannable, yeah, we gotta go back. We gonna ban some people for sure. Bobby Two Tack. I could say consistent, but then there's months at a time that he just goes, "Yo, where's Bobby Two Tack at?" You just don't know. But he's able. I'm happy because he went outside of his element, stopped doing the Afro drill, but he has a lot of the same flows. But Bobby is up there though. He's damn near A. I just think he needs that one song to take that next step. I don't know where that's gonna come though. So Cap, he dropped 3 songs. TP, which is like damn near song of the year for a lot of people. Song of the summer for sure. And got like luck right back up. I think he dropped a song with J-Hound that was on KJ Shot It. The TP song, and then it Has the Lights. The Has the Lights was fucking garbage. The J-Hound song, I think he carried J-Hound. He did better than J-Hound on it. And the TP song. But that TP song was so good, and it's like very comparable to Winter because Winter dropped one song, but that song that he dropped was good. I'll put him right next to J-Hound in front of him though. Just because like he didn't drop anything else. He just dropped one good song and just went right back in. 26 AR. A career resurgence, you can call him. Everybody's calling him an old head. I don't know where we got to that conclusion now, but took on Full One basically by himself. Had to tag in a couple of the guys to go back and forth, but he brought Max out of retirement. I think he's dropped more tracks, more better tracks than Max has. Even with Max and him dropping tracks together, I feel like AR's held his own on them tracks. Surprising enough. I have AR right next to Humble, right behind him. Just because his hit rate isn't higher than Humble's. Whenever Humble drops, it's like Humble will shoot like 7 for 9, and AR's like 5 for 9, 6 for 9. You know, just barely below Humble in a hit rate of songs. Marty dropped a project this year. I think it's a top 5 drill project for this year. Very inconsistent. Had a baby. Had a lot going on. His feature with Shimi was some of the highlights of the year. He went back and forth with EK. EK exposed that he fucking was going. His baby mom lives in Cortland. Like that was insane. And then you see fucking on Diddy Day, fucking Bori was fucking dapping up EK after Shimi and Madi was going back and forth with EK. That was kind of crazy. But with the project in mind, the consistency taken into consideration, he's still an A, just in the middle of the pack though. EK, another one of them guys that like took a step in the right direction. We know the fall for EK is an actual thing. They talking about this thing that he's holding up in the picture. He sold that, which is fine. You got priorities in life. Lost his IG unfortunately, which didn't help. But I feel like the last couple months, he's dropped a lot of good tracks. A lot of tracks that I can add to the playlist. And a lot of tracks that I've actually listened to that are really good. He's changed up his flow. And like the sound, he's not just making straight drill tracks. He's talking about his losses he took. That's that pain drill, the love drill. And I never thought Shy K would ever do that. So I think top of B's here. I think that's fair enough. What's this? Tata? Tata's had a rough year because it feels like the label like kind of like not shelved them, but put them on the back burner while D Bills is on the rise. D Blitz is on the rise, as Trapper Ross would say. Um, but when you've heard Tata in 2024, it's been good. It just hasn't been a lot. So I think right here is fine. Finally got that Chill Guys song, which he ran that. Kenzo Balla in the big 2024. It's tough because you could say that he's been the most inconsistent. You could blame whatever you want to blame, but his inconsistency is more consistent than most drill rappers. And even though he lacked a project this year, and it's almost been 2 years since he has dropped a project, he's dropped a lot of music this year. So I think he skips the line for a lot of people. I think we kind of stop it like right here. He's still A tier for me. A lot of great songs that dropped this year. A lot of songs that's been on repeat. But you just want a project a year from Kenzo just because you want to know kind of like what's on his mind. He's been dealing with like obviously taking care of his kid, shit going on in the background, so it's like hard to be consistent. And it's hard for him to be consistent every single year, all the time. And his inconsistency is him dropping. I think he missed like it was like a month or two where he didn't drop. The numbers are down this year, but even then, the quality of music didn't really change to me. A lot of haters. A lot of haters became. Nah, I ain't gonna say a lot of haters became fans, but a lot of haters like became known in the comments of videos on other people's platforms in the comments. I don't know how. Like, I don't know. They're gonna call me Glaze, so I'm just gonna move on. But shout out Kenzo. It's 2025. I need a project from him. 2 years is insane. Nooney the third. Is KG on here? Where KG at? Okay. Should we go back to back with him? I don't know. We're just gonna keep it in line though. Comparing him to KG, and him and KG not gonna be on the same level, but I think Nooney's still an A tier artist. KG, every time I listen to either one of them on a song, it's hard to pick which one's better. But most of the time, you'll go KG. That Link for Safety song that was on KG's project, that was the only time I would say like it's unanimous that Nooney did better than KG. And even then, KG didn't have a weak verse. But project is something that I wish Nooney had. But even just popping out this year, showing off the talent, the flows, the wordplay, all of the above, he's been able to cover name for himself. Him and KG came up together, and they're the two rappers that's repping the Troopers the most. It's gotta be like right there. Gotta be like right there. Etho. Etho's kind of a curious case because he had the TikTok viral song, and at like almost 2.5 million views or something like that. Insane. Never, I did not expect that from Etho at all. But he still makes quality music, and people just fail to listen to it, and I don't understand it. Like, he's able to switch it up and do the love drill and the pain drill and this and that, and still talk his shit on other tracks. So I don't know how people fell out and stopped listening, but he had one of them songs that's just on repeat all the time. So I put him right behind Nooney, just because he didn't have as much of a catalog this year. He didn't drop as much as the people in front of him for sure. And even then, you could argue Richard. But Etho had that song though, that blow up song that a lot of people lack in this category. 2.5 million views damn near. That is crazy. Who's this? Yavi? Shit, I should have known by the fucking mask. All right. Yavi DG. You already know what I'm gonna say. Lack inconsistent. Throws a lot of his features away. Just for whatever reason. Like, please just drop by yourself. He only dropped like 2 songs by himself, I think. But that Has the Lights with JB, fire. Skips a lot of people with that song. North Yankton, fire. Glad he did a music video to that. But you can only go so far with a small catalog of music. I really hope he drops a project this year. I thought he was signed to Gumbo, managed by Gumbo, whatever. I don't know, but I just need him to drop more by himself. I'll put him in front of B. If he wants to get any higher, he has to drop more. And that's kind of like Max dropped like 3 or 4 tracks. I think two with AR and like maybe 2-3 by himself. And he only had a couple months to work with. He dropped in like October, and Yavi's been out the whole year and only dropped 2 tracks by himself. That is insane. Nay Benz got indicted, came home in what, March? Had a 3-4 month run that came to a halt after she got indicted. But in that run, a lot of fire music, a lot of features, and a lot of good music. A lot of good songs. Was one of like, I feel like MVP front runners when she came home and just took over drill. She was like the face of drill at one point. But she hasn't dropped music at the beginning, the first quarter, and damn near the third and fourth quarter. She was only there for the second quarter. But when she was there, she scored her buckets though. So I'll put her B's here. Gotta keep that freedom. Kyle Rich in the big 2024. I ain't the biggest fan of Foreign music, the direction they went with their music. I understand why, because they want to go mainstream, but it's just not appealing to me. I don't like the jerk beats, the club music. I just don't find a place to listen to it in my day-to-day life. So that's just how I look at it. But even with the AR back and forth, he was talking his shit. He had a couple good songs. But that can only take you so far. I feel like right behind Nate Benz. Like that's just the most I could do. Just because he drops a lot of music, but a lot of it just isn't drill music. It's just jerk beats. KG, and it was like we say the best for last for sure. These last 6 artists are gonna be upper echelon. I think. But KG gonna be the first MVP. From start to finish, from Bama's K to the album he dropped just a couple weeks ago, KG has had New York Drill on fire. He's been the talk of New York Drill for months, and has been able to keep up that status and steady grow his fan base, and the YouTube numbers have steadily rise. I've seen in 2 weeks that Circling song on Doomsday get 300,000 views, and it seems genuine. Was able to get signed off of it. I think signed to Columbia to release his album, and that album was fire. He was my MVP after that album dropped. But Emro quickly dropped Mismaneuver, an album, a project with 20 plus songs on it, and there really wasn't. There was a couple songs you don't really add to the playlist, but in general, you just click on the album, you hit shuffle, you're happy with the project. And because that project dropped so near to the end, KG couldn't respond. Not saying he was gonna respond because they even got a track together. But for MVP's sake, Emro just ripped the MVP trophy away from KG at that very moment, and that'll be my MVP. But then you got people in the middle like Shimi. Shimi hasn't had his freedom for the last second half of the year, but he has a top 3 project in New York Drill this year. Maybe top 1. Had one of my favorite songs, Who Next, Passion. These are all songs that I play like religiously. That whole project is so fire. There's only a couple songs that I don't like. I think it's the auto-tune song, which wasn't my vibe, and then it was like a Philly song that only lasted like a minute 30. So you already know how I feel about songs with under 2 minutes. Those are the only 2 off the album that I don't really listen to. But I really want to put him right here. It just, the last 6 months, he just hasn't been able to do anything because he doesn't have his freedom. 5, again, lost his freedom in the middle months of the year, second quarter, third quarter. But I think a lot of people have grown to just look at J5 as like a hit or miss artist. Was super consistent, and people were calling him inconsistent when he came home. I was one of those people because he would only drop once every 2-3 weeks. Like I don't know what I was expecting. I guess I was expecting the 5 before he went in. The 2023 5 where Esta and Nas was locked up and he just took over, dropping every week. Was super consistent. But in general, he still dropped quality music this year. I think you still give him a nod at A. And then you got D Blitz. D Blitz with the Beckham song. Man, he's just grown so much as an artist, just with fan base and his music. It's insane. Not saying he like had to do so much to like get over with the fans. He didn't have to really change up much, but man, that Beckham song really like helped him because I feel like he was so tough to. He was so tough to. It was so tough for him to drop music just because 4 was shining. He was signed along with them, and I feel like the label tested him out with a couple songs that really didn't hit the algorithm or didn't hit the TikTok market like they thought it would. But I think this year, Beckham probably the biggest song in drill, maybe arguably. Damn near at 6 million views. Got Fallen Off 1700 from Chicago involved. That's at like 2 million views. I think he needs the MVP nod at least. I think this is my 3 MVPs right here. I'm gonna say the thing that D-Bills lacks and why he can't get anywhere, like it's like 1 and 2 and then a big jump to 3 because he doesn't got a project out. That's just all it is. He just lacks like, I won't say consistency because he goes to a label and shit like that, but he just lacks like being as active as Emro and KG. And then finally, D Thing. Was expecting him to save Drill. He should be in these conversations when he came home. It was a viral moment for Drill. One of the more viral moments I've seen the last couple of years for Drill. But he just slowly just miss after miss. Cha-cha slide. And then he has the Casper song. He links up with a Toronto rapper. And the Toronto rapper has like a flow in this song that D Thing emulates and uses, and that flow is fire. But that's really the only thing really saving him, bro. Like he should damn near be banned from the studio. Like if we ban anybody in the D category, who we banning? And then you said Duty Low. Let me find a Duty Low picture real quick. My snipping tool. Alright, Duty Low in 2024. I think even with the inconsistency, he still dropped a couple projects this year, which is way more than damn near anybody on this list other than Bloody. But him, Duty Low, Bloody, and Emerald all go through like an independent label where they're able to drop damn near whenever they want, get to control a lot of their music, and rights. So I think that's like, that's what a lot of new droppers need to do. But the only thing that I could say that like lacked this year was there was a couple months in between them projects dropping where it was like, damn, where's Duty Low at? You never really, I don't know. Like I feel like the consistency at the second half was really like lacking. Wish I seen more, but even then, we made some good ass songs this year. I think this 5 right here, I like this 5. I low-key would put Shimi up there, but that just ain't fair just because he hasn't had it freedom for the last 6 months. At Goon Gliz. Better Bad News, he'll be like bottom of C tier. He'd probably be in Inferno Wadi. His voice is crazy. Use his beats here. Banned from the studio. If we ban anybody from the studio, Shaji is literally up only in D tier because of fucking. Bro, he shouldn't even be up there, bro. I think if we ban anybody from the studio, it should be Shaji in the big 2024. He literally hasn't dropped no good tracks this year. That is fucking crazy. I don't understand it. Nah, J Dot be flowing, bro. That's the only thing I can say about him. Let me go through this. Let me make sure it's right. I know everybody gonna try to break this shit down. Kenzo B didn't drop anything. She literally didn't drop not one song in 2024. I don't think. She was taking care of her kid and shit, securing the bag with Kyle Rich. So I don't blame her. We're not moving Kenzo to B. Why would we move Kenzo to B? What in your right mind thinks he deserves to be in the same level as these guys? Like, I could show you multiple songs that just are straight on repeat. It just don't make sense. And the reason he stopped right here is because Monty got a project, Bloody got a project, AR got a project with Max, and Humble got enough songs to make a project of good songs that he dropped this year. Duty Low, Shimi, don't need to say anything. Ban Kenzo, we could ban you out the chat. That's all I got though. Yeah. And if you're gonna be in the comments fucking arguing, oh, how is A-Dot below Wiki and A-Dot only got 2 songs, how is he in front of J-Hound? Just don't even do it, bro. Don't even waste your time. Kenzo low B. How do I tell you, gang? No, he's not. Like, do I gotta get in here and start reminding y'all that the year was pretty fucking long this year? Bro dropped a lot of music. Look, Citizen Zap, No Sweepers, War Ready, Loot Control Part 2, Murder. I don't know about this song. It's the only song that's these features. It's the only thing that's like. But come on, Selfish. Y'all hear me play that shit all the time. All I need, we didn't even see this shit yet. But come on, don't even count. That's last year. But he dropped like 2 Hazard Lights, some shit on Ray's channel. Come on now, are we forgetting? Are we all okay? Did we all forget? Confused. All right, that's the end of my TED Talk.